You know, I don't like getting hit by a bunch of pumpkins, though. That's not super fun. You know, that's not the top of my favorite things to do on the Roblox list. Yes, yes. Now sit there and get killed. And drop it. Just the hat again. Well, guys, this game is officially stupid. 13,000 players, that's it. Which kind of leads me into what else I wanted to do today. I found these couple of videos I wanted to watch. All right. Is Shindo Life Dying by, oh, Variety J made one. And EJ made one. So we're going to watch both of these. I know. We're going to react, not on the React channel. We're going to react on the Roblox channel. I want to see, you know, I want to give my input too. See if, is Shindo dying?
Question has been brought up. Is Shindo Life dying? This question has been brought up actually a lot more lately, and we're going to talk about why that is. We're going to talk about whether it really is or not. But before we begin, you guys subscribe and hit that bell. The links to everything are down below.
Of course, go subscribe to EJ and Variety J.
Well, so go check all my socials out, all right? Our like goal is going to be 500 likes, so please like the video. And with that said,
500?
Let's begin.
Did he get the 500? Oh, he did. He got 900. Ooh.
So is Shindo Life dying? Well, the answer...
Yes. The numbers are going down. So the simple yes. Well, let's see.
Answer is possibly. So what made me want to make this video is this. Variety J started making Blox Fruits videos. Now,
Vezy Blocks started making Blox Fruit videos also. I guess I'm not the number one. I'm not the number one, though. You know, I know Variety J's number one Shindo guy.
Good for him. I mean, I don't think Blox Fruits would really last as long with like those informal videos as it would with gameplay, but that's me personally. But it's good that he actually did do a gameplay video, but that's off topic. This is what made me want to make this video because it appears that more YouTubers are switching to Blox Fruits, or at least trying out.
Maybe because Blox Fruit has some stuff to do in it that'll last you a little while.
Out Blox Fruits and other big Roblox gaming games. But why? As you could see, on a Thursday afternoon, the game has 21,000 players. It is far from dead.
On a Thursday afternoon, all right. Today is a Tuesday afternoon, and let's refresh. You know, maybe it changed a little bit. Okay, we're up to 14,000 players. Okay, not. Okay, let's see.
So that brings up the question, why would YouTubers want to go to other games even though the game is still popping off? So if the game is still getting good amount of players, why?
Well, easy. Why would YouTubers want to go? Because other games are more popping. I'll be honest with y'all. Let's look at this, all right? Let's see which is more popular, all right? So you can look up Shindo Life, and then we can compare it to Blox Fruits. So as you can see, Blox Fruit is the red line, and Shindo Life is the blue line. This is based on how many people are searching for both things. As you can see, Blox Fruit has been dominating Shindo Life for a very long time. So according to this, Blox Fruit is about 5 times bigger, sometimes even 10 times bigger than Shindo. Anyways, let's get back to the video though. You know, trying to just do some analytical research.
Would the game appear to be dying? Well, the answer is quite simple, and it is the YouTube community. While the game is not...
Shindo died when I left. I'm bringing it back. No, I'm kidding. Imagine though.
Not dying, it is clearly showing signs that it's going to die out really soon. You see,
like
games cannot really be big without a good community outside of it. Whether this is Discord or Twitter or whatever, the one thing that stays the same is that the YouTube part of the game is always popping off with YouTubers making good videos. But Shindo Life is honestly an exception to the rule because there's no really good gameplay YouTubers. Now, there are YouTubers.
What about me? No, I'm kidding.
YouTubers that are good, but there's one category missing that games like Blox Fruits has, and that's a strong community of YouTube. You see, YouTubers for Shindo Life, it's kind of interesting. You can make a really good video about a good topic that's informal, but then as soon as you make a fun gameplay video that you put more time and it actually is honestly better, it doesn't do well because it's not talking.
This is why I do gameplay videos on Shindo. I can't do the whole informal stuff. You guys, I did that one Bloodline tier list as a joke. It got so many views. I should do another one as a joke, because why not? Literally, why not? It got so many views, so many comments. It was so funny that people are actually mad about it. Like, if we go, it gets comments to this day. Look, a better Shindo Life Bloodline tier list. This was made as a joke. We rushed through it because I didn't want to do them all, even to this day. I'm not exactly sure how Vezy Poo put Crystal in S tier, but it's still good. I don't think you know Shindo Life, bro. I use this tier list, and now I'm a Shindo god. You see, this guy knows what's up. The second ability, an auto dodge for Akuma. It's very useful, IMO. Bro, this vid is a joke. Probably put Crystal in S. You have to be joking. The first move, anyways, you guys get the point. I keep pausing. I need to just...
About free rel coins or free spins. And this is honestly an issue that I think is just created within the community. This is honestly something that I don't think the developers could have controlled or anything. This is just how it ran its course. And the problem with this, it makes the community a lot quicker to die out because people will lose interest in making those kind of videos.
I do really dislike that a big majority of YouTube content when it comes to Shindo Life is the most clickbait, dumbest stuff I've ever seen, and the kids just fall for it and eat it up. And I know some of the other Shindo YouTubers do this, and I'm not trying to talk shit about them. I just hate in general, right? I hate when somebody puts code in the bracket at the beginning of their video. I hate when people in their video go, like the video for 1,000,000 times extra luck on your spins. I know I'd want that luck, so you should get that luck too. I don't like that. I think that's kind of lame. I don't know. But hey, I am gonna do it my own way. Everybody else gonna do it their way, and we'll see how it goes.
Lost interest in making those kind of videos because I didn't like how I was doing things, and a lot of YouTubers don't either. With Variety J making a gameplay video on Black Fruits, this really makes you question what the future of Shindo Life is looking like. Because Variety J was basically one of the few good informal YouTubers. Like, he didn't really clickbait or nothing like that, which is great for him. And
True, he doesn't clickbait
really well, so I guess there's that too.
I just couldn't do his style.
Yeah, for the most part, the YouTube community of Shindo Life honestly has just not been the best, and that's again not something that it's not anyone's fault really. It's just like, see, like people like me, I would just do what other people were doing.
You just dissed Variety J.
You know, that was.
I'm not dissing anybody specific. I'm just saying something that I think is not. I don't like in a video.
While the game doesn't look like it's dying right now, it is showing clear signs that the downfall is probably starting soon. The question is why? Why did this start? Why are more YouTubers like me trying?
Was it just me, or did Shindo kind of not like feel the same after? I was gonna say after I quit. Imagine the ego, but when Gen 3 came out. Gen 3 came out, the first one, and it was hyped up for so many months that it was gonna be some great update, and then it just was a regular thing, and it took so long, and I want to see what they have to say.
Trying out new things. The hype of the game has honestly really gone down in the last like 5-6 months. The hype for the game is dying out, and it's because less YouTubers are making these clickbait videos, giving false hopes. And I think the viewers are honestly getting smarter about this kind of stuff too. The one thing I noticed is that they're clicking a lot less on the free Relcoin videos because they know that it's more than likely false. And that's because so many YouTubers, including me, have done like these videos which will like falsely raise your hopes of something good happening in the game just for it to be at a lot smaller scale. And this false, like, when it dies out, then, like, you know, you can't really get the hype back. And I actually want to talk about something else. This is actually another big part of this. Something I noticed as well was that I feel like the downfall truly started once, like, Gen 3 started.
Once Vezy... Wait, he said once Gen 3... Hold up!
Before Gen 3 came out, like, most YouTubers, including me, would talk about it for months on end, bro. On end.
This is what I'm talking about.
Thing that looked like it was, Gen 3 reveal. Yeah, it obviously wasn't the way to go, but it's what we did. In fact, all of our live streams, like, our thumbnails for our live streams, like, we would honestly just put Gen 3 in it just so that we get more views. That hype pretty much made Shindo Life a lot more bigger in the YouTube side of things.
Honestly, I didn't hype up the Gen 3 stuff. I was just waiting for it. But all these other YouTubers hyped up every little detail about Gen 3, making it seem like it was going to be godly, and then it was just average. So they kind of ruined it by having it be like that, you know.
Gen 3 came out, and then YouTubers like Redweeb started blowing up on other games. In fact, Redweeb, bro, I'm so happy for him, bro. He's doing really good on YouTube right now. Props to him. He really made it out.
Oh yeah, Redweeb is doing pretty good, I saw.
Like, he's in the position that we want to get to right now, and I'm really happy for him. Unfortunately, I do have limitations like school, and my editor just takes too long here and there, but that's okay, bro. We're still working. It's a work in progress, and I love my editor. I love you guys for helping me out, man. You guys are giving me support, and you guys are the best. And shout out to the editor, bro. He's actually done pretty good. He's still improved.
EJ has an editor? I thought EJ was like 16, still in school. He has an editor already? He doesn't even have 100K yet, and he's got an editor already. This is a new breed.
improving as well, which is awesome. Hopefully soon.
I didn't have my first editor for a long time.
The point is that, you know, after we saw Red Weeb's success, we want that too. And what that means is that you might have to drop your views for a bit and you have to start working on other things for your YouTube channel for you to have fun. And another thing too, that's another thing, fun. Fun is a huge factor for YouTubers. If you're not having fun playing a game, and that is why I did Shindo. And I did Shindo for a while, bro. I'm so glad I did Shindo Life. Without you guys, bro, I would not be here right now. I love you guys. Yeah, and now that the hype's going down, YouTubers like Variety J, who are probably starting to lose motivation after doing the same thing for a long time, because what you guys have to remember is that
Variety J is a trooper. I don't know if he actually enjoys making those tier lists and those rankings all the time, but he does them, and he does them like they're well edited videos. He does them constantly. He knows what he's doing, you know. He's not just pulling it straight out of his ass. But so I salute him. But
life can be quite limited with the kind of videos you can make. There's not like quests and stuff like Blox Fruits might have or other games. And honestly, doing more than one game is so much better than sticking to one.
That's true.
Being special is huge for YouTubers. This is why something I noticed about YouTubers like Redweeb is that as soon as they started relying on their own personalities instead of the game they're playing, they got popular. And that's why
always count on yourself.
Say is dying too, because YouTubers are starting to crack the code. When Redweeb did it, that if they stopped focusing on the game they're playing and started focusing on the kind of content they're making, they're gonna start getting more popular. And this is the pattern, bro. It's a pattern, because for the most part, Shindo Life, not many YouTubers really had personality. I definitely didn't have any personality. I was just making videos about the game, blah blah blah. I mean, Vezy was like one of the few people who did use personality, and I'm really
Me, I got a shout out.
Happy for me did that. But again, to answer the question, is Shindo Life dying? As of October 27,
Hey,
2022,
what's
I would
up?
say that it's not really showing signs of dying
You said
out.
I used my
but it's
personality.
showing the early stages that a
Let's
game
go.
might go through before it dies out, such as the YouTube community. And if you're a YouTuber, I think this should be a learning moment for you. You should never rely on one game, because if you do and your channel dies out, what happens to you?
Well, if you rely on a game and the game dies, then your channel dies with the game.
Well, now you die out. Yeah, that's the answer to the question. Is Shindo Life dying out? Not yet, but
That's another
might.
thing
Now,
too, man. I would be so stressed if my Shindo channel was my main channel, like, because a lot of these Shindo guys, like, this is their main channel, like, this is what they do, this is all like their main thing, all they got, you know. This is like my side thing, so, you know, I'll be worried sometimes, you know.
Can this change in months? Absolutely. But I don't think it's really in control of the developers. I mean, the developers can do stuff to the game, like how Blox Fruits has like these like really cool quests that'll make you unlock exclusive swords and stuff. That sounds like
Blox Fruit, I mean, not Blox Fruit. Shindo needs those side quests that Blox Fruit has, like that Shanks quest line. They need stuff like that, just cool stuff in the game.
a great idea. I think if Roll Games does want to do something about this issue, they can, but I'm not really sure if they're really willing to make that change, or if they're even willing to really consider it. I think they should. If I was a developer in this situation, I think I would start doing this, because adding gameplay aspects, grinding gets boring, okay? Blox Fruits is 90% grinding, but there's all these side quests, there's these puzzles you can do, and when you do these puzzles, like when you add these puzzles, it makes the game more interesting, more fun, and there's so many different aspects to a game like Blox Fruits.
People make
to make the YouTube community a lot bigger and a lot more bright.
If you add stuff in the game, people will want to make content for, like, these game developers, I'll be honest, they should be making stuff for people to make content around, because if people make content around it, more people are gonna see it, watch it, want to do it.
Think as a whole, all of this would be a lot better. That's my personal opinion. All of this stuff would be probably solved if they did that, but that's my personal criticism to Rel Games. I know they've never taken this kind of stuff really well, but I hope that they listen to this video with an open mind. But I think Shindo Life is already a success of its own, being the most popular Naruto game in my opinion, and probably one of the best as well. I think if they just implemented that, the game would be so much more popular. But yeah, you guys, this was my video talking about whether Shindo Life is dying. At this time, you know, a lot of people have been asking, is it finally dying because of Variety J leaving? The reality is that a lot of YouTubers are trying new things. K-Bloxes, I am, all the big, even some of the Shindo Life short YouTubers are actually trying out new things for other games as well. I think they're just starting to see the opportunity that we have, along with with how Redweeb's been doing his things. Maybe even bringing back Ninja Tycoon. Okay, I can even start making Ninja Tycoon videos for y'all. Other games, and that's why. And if you're a YouTuber watching this, I highly recommend you take notes on this as well.
All right, that was a good one from EJ. Go check out EJ. We're gonna watch the second video. I really gotta use the bathroom though, so I'll be right back, boys. I'll be honest, during that, like, the last half of this video, I almost shit myself. All right, but it's okay, because now we're gonna watch Variety J's take on, is Shindo Life dying, from 3 months ago.
Is Shindo Life dying?
That's
this
the
entire
question.
video is going to be about whether Shindo Life is dying or not, and the reasons
the
why
question.
or why not the game is dying. Now, the only reason why I'm going to be making this video is because I've been seeing a lot of people saying, oh, Shindo Life is dying. It's honestly things that people have been saying for a year, and the game still isn't dead. So yeah, that's just something to take into consideration. I'm only doing this because a lot of people think the game is dying, and I just want to, you know, clear the air for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, and subscribe to the video, guys. All right, so the short answer is no. Shindo Life is not dying at the moment. Now, this may seem like a surprise to some of you guys, depending on whether or not you actually check the numbers every now and then. But this actually happens quite frequently with the game in general. It honestly always goes up and down. Now, I'm going to be listing out a lot of points on why I don't think the game is dying and why I don't think it's going to die anytime soon. But it just, like, that's the short answer is no. The long answer is a little more complicated because, you know, it's just how games are in general. Games need a community, and, you know, Shindo Life has a very strong community in general. So first of all, the game's popularity is just very volatile in general. And what I mean by volatile is that the popularity of the game honestly goes up and down very, very quickly. So 1 month it could be at like 80,000 average, and another month it could be at like 20,000 average. It's honestly just how Roblox games are in general. Being on the platform, there's a lot of new games being released.
He's messing this dude up with these shadow clones.
And you know, a lot of the very, very popular anime games do share a lot of players. So the game's popularity is very volatile, and like I said, sometimes it does spike up insanely high. Like by insanely high, I mean like there are like tens of thousands of concurrent players, and you know, it may seem like not a big deal, you know, 10, 20,000 concurrent players in general. But, you know,
that's
having
a lot,
another
though.
10,
like
20, 30,000 concurrent players.
Even on a bad day right now where it's like 10,000, 14,000 players, right? That's still better than most, like, video games in general.
Is literally like millions of extra players a day, because concurrent players is how many players are playing at, you know, a certain time. And it obviously, even just being a few thousand higher means that there are a lot of, you know, extra players that day. So the game's popularity is honestly just very volatile in general. Sometimes it's insanely high, sometimes it's insanely low. Some updates is insanely high, some updates is insanely low. It's honestly, you know, it's not always about the update or how good the update was.
Does anybody know the peak? What's the #1 player count it's ever gotten to?
Sometimes it's, you know, just about how many people are playing Roblox at any given point in time, what other games are updated, stuff like that. It's honestly just a very, very complicated, volatile environment. And, you know, I do a lot of research over the popularity of the game as it does impact my video. And it tends to go up and down very, very, very quickly. So the actual player count of the game is honestly nothing to be worried about unless it dips insanely low. Now, onto my second point. People, you know, how Shindo Life is in general is that people tend to quit after a while due to significant changes to the meta. So, like, people will quit for a few months because there has been a huge change. Now, some of these
I don't play the PvP like that, so I guess meta changes like that were like...
are like when they, you know, absolutely dumpstered AoEs. The AoEs used to be a big thing in the game. They made AoE sizes insanely small compared to what they used to do. And in that same, you know, update, they made every single instant ability have hand signs. That was a huge...
I do see a lot of people get upset that they change stuff just like that, like nothing. Like they make big changes like nothing. And sometimes they're good, but sometimes they are not good.
Huge change to the meta because it actually was a very combo dominated meta. That was before, you know, perfect block auto dodge system was a thing. So it completely changed the game, in all honesty. It changed the PvP pretty much, you know, instantaneously. And speaking of that, the auto dodge changes where, you know, you were able to auto dodge mid combo.
I don't know any of this stuff. I'll be honest. I don't know none of this stuff. A lot of people
quit for a while again. It's just something people tend to do after big changes to the meta. Now, this is only limited to, you know, these massive changes. It could also just be huge nerfs to popular bloodlines. Like, you know, when they, you know, dumpstered Minakawa.
Or when they throw away reality talk for no reason instead of just making it a little bit weaker.
Dumpstered Ryuji. A lot of people quit for a while because that was the bloodlines they owned, and they just honestly just wanted to wait until...
I could see this too, though. Like, especially if you're a free-to-play player, you don't have a bloodline bag, you finally get some good bloodlines, and then they nerf them. Like, I could see you getting a little upset and maybe not wanting to play anymore.
They wait to come back to the game. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of the people that quit because of this, they eventually come back to the game and end up playing the game for a few more months until something again gets nerfed, and then they quit for a while. It's honestly just a cycle with those types of people, and those people are actually a lot. There was a lot of those types of people. Something gets nerfed that they really, really like, or the games gets changed a bunch. They quit for a while, they come back for a while. It's just how it is. Now, my third point is that Row Games has honestly been on a pseudo break.
Naruto
Now, what I
versus
mean by pseudo
Madara.
break is kind of like a half break. You know, for a month they didn't post any update. You know, they've been taking, you know, some, you know,
It's like a month off at one point.
breaks every now and then, posting every 2 weeks instead of 1 week, or every 1 week instead of, you know, they go back and forth with a lot of stuff. They're kind of on a half break right now. Updates haven't really been having that much content. I do think the content they've been posting is quite good, reworking old stuff, you know, balancing honestly things that the game has really needed, and I actually do really support these changes. But you know, it's not really as big as when they were dropping like 2 bloodlines every update, new mode, new map, new event, you know.
Remember when we actually got content?
It was honestly probably taking up all of their time to do that, so I understand why, you know, they're going back a little bit, taking a break for a while, and that obviously does
hire people. Hire more people to work on the game.
A big impact on the player count. Amount of updates is a huge thing. You know, updating every week, obviously the player count's going to be significantly higher than otherwise. And then the actual, you know, content, honestly, the quality of the content is more important to the actual returning players, but the quantity is more important to the new players, if that makes sense to you guys. Like, new players like, oh my gosh, there's so much content. But while people that are already in the game will end up getting that new content immediately and having all the old content just fall out. So remastering is very important. I do actually really support what they've been doing, but this is a reason why the game's player count has been fluctuating recently. Now, number 4, this was going to be a very obvious one. The game is honestly getting old at this point. Now, a game getting old doesn't necessarily mean that it's ever going to not be popular anymore. I mean, like, look at Blox Fruit on Blox Fruit is as old as Shindo Life, if not older. You know, you got actual, like, you know, you got like non-Roblox games like CS:GO that have been popular forever. League of Legends has been popular forever. A game being old does not necessarily mean that it's going to, you know, fall out, but games over time do end up falling out. It's kind of what happens. Whether it's, you know,
I think will there be a Naruto game to surpass Shindo Life?
But my point is that
you guys think it'll happen? You think there'll be a Naruto game to surpass Shindo Life?
Game's player count still remaining decently high shows that the community is very loyal, and I highly doubt that the game is going to die of age at this point. The game getting old is not going to be the reason why, if it eventually dies. That's just going to be, you know, my point here. Now, number 5, the game is honestly pretty fun. I mean, like, when you look at the game and people actually really enjoy the game is fun. The reason why people just don't really like some parts of Shindo Life is honestly just the game has really long grind periods. It takes don't really have that much fun in this game. They have been, you know, doing some changes with the grinding of this game. You know, they reduced boss timers. They've been making the spawn times lower. The grinding is becoming less of a part, and it's becoming more focused on just enjoying the grind, just enjoying the PvP. You know, they made it so you get more XP as you rank up and stuff like that. So while, you know, the new players are still kind of, you know, they're kind of, you know, it's going to take forever for them to level up now. The players that have been playing the game will level up easier. They'll be able to collect spins easier. They're making,
you know, I was thinking about making a video or possibly even a series soon where we play we make a new account on Shindo and play from the start, but no money. All right, we're gonna do to see the new player experience. We're gonna do no money spending, just straight fresh. See what we can do. If it's even fun to play from the beginning.
The grind easier for the returning players, so that's going to be very important. Even though for the new players the grind is still pretty, you know, terrible, all things considered, because the green scroll quests, they're very difficult for a new player to do, and new players are never going to be doing boss missions. Like, let's just be real there. But the game is fun for the most part. I think the PvP of the game is honestly a gem, probably one of the best PvP systems out of the anime games on Roblox due to the versatility of movesets. By the way, guys, what has been your favorite part of Shindo Life? What do you guys find the most fun in this game? I actually
the leave button
really want to know. For people to have comments below, we'll be hearting the comment. Now, here is my 6th point. This is going to be probably the most important point of this. A lot of the player base are returning players. Now, this is honestly insanely important when considering the actual player count, or considering how.
Wait, I need to set those up. Those are badass.
85 to 90% of this game on updates, whether it's not updated, whatever, it is returning players. Maybe even closer to 95%. There are not that many new players in this game.
Yeah, I don't ever see low levels.
A lot of people have honestly already done what they have wanted in the game, and you know, it's just that it is just something that is very common with a lot of games, as people tend to finish the content. Like look at Project Slayers just look at that game for a second. Huge game, and then people actually just basically they beat the game and then they quit, and now the game isn't that popular anymore. It's just something
for real? People are done with Project Slayers already?
Still playing the game are honestly just doing it for the PvP or just trying to finish up their grinding. And you know, this kind of goes hand in hand with the pseudo break Rogue Games is taking. The new players don't really have as much content to explore, to unlock, you know, to just have fun with, because you know, sometimes it just gets nerfed before they can get their hands on it. You know, sometimes it's just way too hard to grind, sometimes it's way too easy to grind. It's very hard to find a balance with content in general. So that's, you know, that's just a big thing with Shindo Life as well. When there's a lot of, you know, good, amazing content for, you know, older players to come back, the game tends to be a lot more popular than it would otherwise, which actually leads to more new players coming. But I do actually think that this, you know, based on my, honestly, on my YouTube analytics, a lot of Shindo Life are returning players. There's
Wait,
not
you
that
can
many
customize
new players,
your
new players
Susanoo?
don't really find their way.
Since when was this?
Honestly,
I need to do
really hard
this.
game to get into. Not because it's not fun to start, but that it's just a very difficult game to start off on. It's probably one of the most difficult anime games to start off on. Like, it's kind of, you know, GPO is honestly pretty hard as well. But, you know, like I said, this goes hand in hand with the pseudo break.
Yeah,
games
I feel like the start to Shindo is not very good.
Player base are
We'll
returning, not as much updates, or, you know, less newer content in the updates, or even if it's just remasters and stuff like that. Older players already have the content. They already have it unlocked. They usually already have it. They can get it instantly. And yeah, but what do you guys think about Shindo Life?
So yeah, there's that Shindo Life. I don't think it's dying. I think it could be slowly dying though, actually. I don't think it'll be dead anytime soon. They have plenty of players compared to everything ever. It was good. Go check out EJ and Variety J on those videos. Go check them out and go leave likes on those videos if you're watching this as a YouTube video. I love you. I hope you enjoyed. Later.